Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life podcast. We don't have an intro. Jimmy lost our app. We lost all of our episodes. Our ears are ringing, and we are fucked. I mean, we are live.
I'm your co-host, Jimmy.
Ah, my ears.
Ears bleeding. Don't feel good.
I feel like Mick Foley right now.
Oh my God, everything hurts.
You know that scene from The Other Guys when that explosion happened in that mini mall?
Yes.
That's what I feel like Will Ferrell in that scenario.
Can I be The Rock then?
No, you can't be
But
the
you
Rock.
die.
Aim for the bushes.
I'm still The Rock. I will die in glory.
It's great, CJ.
Oh God, that hurt. Anyway,
All right.
welcome.
Yeah.
We're welcome.
What's going on? Who are you?
I can't even hear the things we do for our podcast.
I hear you just fine, Jared, but maybe it's just because you're next to me.
Yeah, could be.
All right. So we're going to do a quick RAW and Smackdown recap, going into a little bit about how Impact Wrestling is now on Access TV. Did anyone die this week? No? All right, no one died.
Maybe Joe. He's not here, so he could be dead. We don't know.
He probably just ate himself.
How do you do that?
Joe gets hungry.
That takes some courage to do.
I really think DoorDash was late. He just seasons up his leg with fucking paprika and cinnamon.
Why do we always bash Joe whenever he's not here?
I mean, you do the same thing with me when
That
I'm
is
not
true.
here.
That is true.
I get bashed when I'm not here.
Do I get bashed when I'm not here?
I think. It's hard to bash
It's hard
you.
to really bash you, my friend.
Nice. Good.
We'll
Don't
work
worry,
on
we'll
it.
find something.
Crap.
Eventually, we'll find something.
God damn it.
We'll find something.
Maybe you're just not that noticeable that we can't bash you.
Good enough. I'm
Invisible.
going to spin that in a positive light.
Yeah, so you guys talk while I finish this off.
All right. Raw and SmackDown happened.
Stone Cold. We can start with Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold was there. Stone
And the
Cold.
Fiend wasn't.
Yeah, what the fuck? Great Firefly Funhouse, but you are a fucking troll, Bray Wyatt. A fucking troll.
It's actually genius. We're
It's
just
real genius.
We're just pissed at it, but it's actually
All right,
genius.
but to be fair, if Bray Wyatt came out and attacked Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Undertaker at Madison Square
Why not
Garden-
both?
No, and we weren't there when we could have been,
Well, that.
I think I would have been more upset. Because I already missed the Fiend debut at Long Island.
Yeah.
I think I would have been more upset if I missed that.
That's an interesting point. Yeah. So maybe we could spin it that way.
That's how I'm spinning it. Because I already missed the Fiend's debut in Long Island.
Yeah.
And we really thought nothing would happen. And then, of course, Bray Wyatt happens. But Bray Wyatt's a genius. He has to take the belt. There's no way he cannot take the belt.
Yeah. That's gonna. I mean, I feel like
Which
that's gonna
belt?
be- True.
All the
His
belts.
own.
I want Abby the Witch to be Raw Women's Champion.
Oh my God.
I would fucking love
Like
that.
get an actual Sister Abigail out of that? Is that what you're basically saying?
No, I want the fucking puppet to have the belt.
I want the puppets to win the 24/7 belt.
We're getting off track. We're
Rambling,
That's what I
we're like
want.
1 minute in.
That's
No,
what I
wasn't
want.
Arch didn't someone beat? I think it was R-Truth or something like that for the 24/7 championship. Wasn't it like a?
Yeah, so
It was a
I'm-
basketball player.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up now because
Wait, what?
yeah, you didn't hear about this?
Yeah,
It's hard
it
to
was-
keep track. Oh, Enes Kanter. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
there's
ha-
a basketball player that won it, and then also
That was
we
the guy
forgot.
in the Celtics shirt. Enes
Yeah, so
Kanter.
let's recap the 24/7 title because there's quite a lot.
Okay,
All right, so from the last time we spoke, I believe we had
it was
Elias beating R-Truth back in early to mega August,
yeah.
and Elias held that belt for 11 days, like
Okay.
getting second into like the longest reigns of that belt.
Jesus.
Then he went on to ESPN. I forgot what show it was.
Was it
It was
ESPN or
Fox. It was Fox.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It was
Rob
Fox Sports.
Stone won it because they were doing a college football segment.
Yeah, so R-Truth then pins Elias. Then Rob Stone pins R-Truth.
That was great.
And then
Elias rolls up. Kudos to Rob Stone because if you watch, he handles the roll up well. He does really well with
He
it.
must have been practicing some bumps.
He probably was.
I wonder where Fox Sports Studio really
Rob
is.
Stone is
I'm not sure.
such
Because
like
if it
a
is,
good
I wonder what
wrestler name.
school he had to get practice from. In order to
Yeah,
practice.
'cause-
that was
Because when I saw the roll, I'm like, yeah, Rob, way to go. Because he did good.
all right. Then after like another 3 days or so, this is the end of August, Drake Maverick comes up on Elias and pins, holds on to that belt for another week.
He's got to consummate that marriage already.
He really does.
Then in a huge shock coming out of nowhere, Bo Dallas pins Drake Maverick.
Oh, yeah, right.
Then
Bo Dallas.
Drake Maverick reclaims that belt.
Which was more prestigious, Bo Dallas' 24/7 title win or his Raw tag title win?
Oh, his tag title win
Yeah,
has to.
24/7, obviously.
I mean, don't get
tag-
me wrong. Like, it was probably incredible to see Bo Dallas from the 24/7.
Oh, it was for about
like-
10 seconds.
But like, there was actually some legitimacy to the B team. Like, even more
Yeah,
so
remember
than
they
just
couldn't
Bo
lose.
Dallas. Yeah, just more so than Bo Dallas.
They
just
beat
winning
Bray
it less.
Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I know. That's
Ugh.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's actual more
Oh
legitimacy.
my God,
to
the
that.
B team was last year. That reign was last year.
Yeah,
Was it really?
I think so.
Feels so much longer.
I'll look that up later.
No, well, yeah, look it up later. 'cause
I'll
I
look it
think
up later.
Jeez.
Then R-Truth beats.
No, it wa-
Then
It was
After-
last year.
Yeah,
because-
doesn't R-Truth take the title back from
Yeah.
Drake Maverick?
yeah, Drake Maverick gets it from Bo Dallas again, and then at the same time, R-Truth then rolls up Drake Maverick.
Right.
Holds on to it for about 5 days, up until, I believe, this past Monday, the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. And Ines Cantor pins him. I think on
Enes
a taped
Kanter.
episode of Main Event, I believe.
Ennis Cantor. Let me just give some background
Yeah,
about
go-
who
I'll let you
Ennis
ad-lib for this
Cantor
one.
is. Ennis Cantor was a center for the Knicks for a few years. This dude is hated universally. If he goes, this is true, not an exaggeration. He's Turkish. He has bashed the Turkish government
Oh,
openly,
God.
which we have freedom of speech here. That's not the case in Turkey. So if I'm not kidding. If he goes to Turkey, he will be jailed and probably executed. I am not kidding.
And
He
this was a
cannot-
24/7
he
champion.
cannot go to. So he left the Knicks and goes to the Celtics, who are the Knicks' ultimate rivals this past offseason. Hence why he came in wearing that blue jacket resembling the Knicks colors, pinned R-Truth, and then revealed himself to wear a Celtics jersey.
The ultimate heel.
He is universally hated and annoyed at. Like, because Joe's a Knicks fan, and Joe's own thing was, I know what Enes Kanter is, but he's mine, so I have to root for him. He is horrendous. There's a video of him trying to fight LeBron and then running behind Porzingis.
What the fuck?
Like, he'll talk and then run behind people. That's
my
like his.
God.
He is just.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, so
is
he's
just-
a real shit talker.
Oh, he is just the worst.
Who's worse at shit talking? Was it be Enes Kanter or Lonzo Ball? I feel like Lonzo Ball.
Well, Lonzo doesn't really talk. He just comes out with diss tracks. So it's a little different. Enes Kanter once said that the playoffs makes his nipples hard on a press conference.
Oh God! All right. So who's the next celebrity 24/7 champion?
Oh God, I don't even know.
I feel like it needs to be another woman because I feel like Kelly cannot be the only woman who has hold this belt. I'm sorry, or Maria Kanellis for that matter.
All right.
pregnant champ.
I have two people who I could possibly want. Going off of what Jimmy said,
Oh God,
Betty White
that's a good one. That's a good one. I
or-
like that one.
or Colin Jost.
He said a woman.
No, the women one was Betty White.
Colin Jost is the woman one.
Yeah. No, I wanted to see
Or
Colin.
they could put over one of those new cast members for SNL. I forget.
No, I want
That's what
Colin Jost to return and piss off Braun Strowman and then give him the belt in fear.
Well, you can't,
Yeah, I
you can't
did
give
it.
him the belt.
I think
Colin
that's
Jost has to
mine.
give him the belt and then lay down, and then Braun Strowman steps on him for 3 seconds.
Yeah,
And that's what
I
happens.
want pure fear.
You
Colin.
have something of mine. Okay. Here you go.
Oh, that would be so good. Imagine an SNL skit where R-Truth is there and then he gets pinned. He's like, this is a part
Oh
of
my
the
God,
skit.
24/7 on SNL.
Yes.
Mid sketch.
Yes.
At Weekend Update, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that would
If
be
Colin
great.
Jost won the belt on Raw and then went to Weekend Update and then got pinned by R-Truth on
So-
Weekend Update.
So this is what I think. So I think that they need to be far away. I don't know what their touring schedule is for Raws and Smackdowns, but if it's somewhere in far California or something like that, or I don't know if there's no European tour coming up soon, is there?
I'm not
No,
sure.
there isn't. There's usually a fall European tour anyways, like October-ish.
Okay,
October, November.
Okay, so this could be something coming up because SNL's season premiere is going to be happening soon.
Yeah, it is.
So
Oh.
so
Oh,
if we
God.
are correct, and because Vince McMahon and the 24/7 title team obviously listen to the show. They'd be far away in Europe. Colin Jost then shows up to pin whoever's the 24/7 title thing and disrespects Braun Strowman at the same time. Weekend update happens. He's showing up the 24/7 belt, and then at the end we get the pinning of Colin Jost by Braun Strowman.
Oh my god!
And then smashes the table completely, and then they get a whole new set of Weekend Update the following week on
Oh
Saturday Night
my
Live.
God.
It's November 11th. It starts.
Okay, so around November time, let's just put a nice little pin there, and we'll see what happens.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I kind of want to see that because I feel like that would be perfect.
That would be hysterical.
That would be fantastic.
This whole 24/7 thing has become way different than I first thought it was going to be. Like when Mick Foley walked out, I'm like, all right, it's going to be something hardcore.
Wait, when can Mick Foley get the belt? I feel like he needs that belt.
Bray like ripped his larynx out. He's a little busy recuperating.
I'm waiting for like crazy inanimate objects to win it. That's what I want.
I don't know if we'll ever get to that point.
I mean, we're like almost close enough for one of Bray Wyatt's puppets. To
We're
win.
getting
Let's
there.
be honest.
Yeah, and we're probably
pretty close to
we're
that.
probably
What do
only
you
a few
mean Bray
steps away.
Wyatt's puppets are inanimate? They're totally real.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry,
You know,
they're legitimate contenders. I forgot. My
Yeah.
apologies.
Huskus the pig boy for the win.
I was hoping for Vince McMahon, the puppet.
I'm
Oh
waiting.
my God.
I'm waiting.
Where he
I'm
eats
waiting
the
for
money. That was gold.
No, imagine that. So the Vince McMahon puppet pins, I don't know, let's say Drake Maverick. And then R-Truth comes out with $100. He's like, hey, I'll give you $100 if you let me have the 24/7 championship. Like, cha-ching!
How about Vince McMahon puppet pins Vince McMahon?
Oh my God, yes!
That's the winner.
They
right
both
there.
look at each other and they're just like,
This doesn't even have to be the
then
24/7.
but
This
once
could just
Vin-
be a backstage segment where they just
Yeah.
stare at each other.
But if he does win the belt, I feel like he has to bring back the do-rag just for shits and giggles.
wait, would The Fiend choke out Vince McMahon for television? For ratings?
Yes, because Vince would definitely be 100%
Vince would
for
definitely
that.
do it.
He would definitely do
Vince
it.
would definitely do it. I just don't know if it's needed at this point.
I mean,
always-
it's definitely wanted. I mean, I think
It's wanted.
I mean, if the fact that we're gonna keep getting shitty television, I would like to see Vince McMahon paid just a little bit, just a little,
just a
just
little.
just a really
Kevin
drain out
Owens
the
made him
entertainment
bleed the
factor of
hard
it.
way.
Vince McMahon asked for it.
He did. Vince was like, Kevin, I want you to headbutt me. And Kevin's like, Vince, what? What?
What are we doing here?
All right.
What are we doing?
Speaking of Kevin Owens, his character's neutered on the main roster.
Well, supposedly, big rumor.
He's going to NXT.
Right. Now,
Yo.
if that happens,
I'm
oh my
fucking
God.
hype.
oh my God, tune in Wednesday.
Hype.
Please.
Oh my God.
That would be unbelievable.
That would be-
unbelievable.
because he was fired by Shane McMahon for being a bad ref, which in all
for
fair-
being a good ref and Shane tapping out.
Yeah, and I love how Kevin Owens is, because all right, so backstory: Elias is out of the King of the Ring tournament. Shane McMahon puts himself in to be King of the Ring.
Elias is legitimately hurt, right? With
I
ankle injury.
don't know. It was
he
reported by
is.
WWE.com.
So take that for what you will.
Yeah. Regardless, Shane McMahon's like, yo, if you're the ref and you swing it in my favor, Kevin, I will lift that $100,000 fine. Which, what the fuck? Why are fines so bad? Like, why? I don't know
Well,
why.
$100,000
I mean, if
in the
you're-
real world is ridiculous.
I mean, WWE wrestlers are still contracted employers, so they don't get full employment benefits. So
I mean, how much did
getting
Lars
fined
Sullivan get fined?
$100,000 is like a huge
Sullivan
deal.
got a legitimate fine though.
Right? No, I'm saying, did he get 50 or 100? What did
I
Lars
think it
get?
was like.
I think it was Lars Sullivan. What was his fine?
I thought it was 10.
No, it was something huge.
All right, it might have been 100. All right,
I
but
think
in
it was 100.
storyline.
But I'm just saying, like, $100,000 for a wrestler is monstrous.
I do have that. Is 100,000.
Yeah,
But all right, storyline wise, why would Kevin Owens care about getting?
well, that's my point. I'm saying 100,000. It's not like 10. 100,000 is monstrous.
I mean, 100,000 is like a whole paycheck. Like I
That's
remember,
big.
what was it? It was 2 years ago because Simon Gotch was on this list.
Simon God.
It was a couple of years. It was several years back because Simon Gotch was on this
Oh,
list.
because he
of
fought
the-
Sin Cara.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a list of like all these like payments and like how certain wrestlers got paid and stuff. Simon Gotch just got a straight paycheck of like 100,000 something. So if he got fined for that, that's like his whole paycheck. And like,
Use a credit card, dumbass.
Jesus.
But regardless, So Kevin Owens is like conflicted. He counts Gable to win against Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon's like, fuck you, does 2 out of 3 falls.
Well, no, he doesn't really count. Oh, right. 2 out of 3. Right.
Yeah. And then motherfucker goes. And then Kevin Owens is like, all right, I'm going to slow count like a dumbass.
After the first fall, he called it pretty much completely in Shane McMahon. Like, he was just like any other filthy ref. He was fast counting, slow counting, and he just like didn't know what to do.
And then Shane
Tapped out.
Yeah.
And the face of Owens, he was just bug out with his hands in the air, like, yeah, that's it.
like, what do you want me to do?
I didn't do that.
And then fucking Shane McMahon
Fired him. Which probably makes Jimmy so angry to the point where he is about to explode in this room.
All right,
let me
talk, because this is horseshit.
I'm going to take off my headphones.
None of this is fucking fair. All right, my amazing pick for Kevin Owens to lose at a pay-per-view at, what was it, SummerSlam?
SummerSlam.
It was SummerSlam. Would have made story sense, and we still would have gotten the same fucking outcome of fucking Kevin Owens going to NXT. So this whole thing of him winning, then being fined, then eventually getting fired for not even doing anything wrong is absolutely ridiculous. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's so stupid.
He doesn't.
It is stupid. I could have written a better story than this. And it would have been good. And it would have made sense because then he would have gotten hired in fucking NXT. And what is probably going to maybe happen is like an NXT small invasion of SmackDown. And it would be good because we want that to happen. But then it bleeds into everything else being, good, I guess. I mean, attacking Kofi would be like the next logical thing to do if you're technically a heel stable. But like the sheer fact that there was no point to any of it is frustrating. Like, come on. This is why I don't like WWE right now. It's this shit. This complete and utter garbage horse walking out on the fucking entrance ramp.
Horse
Shit.
walking out on the entrance ramp?
Don't you diss Adam Page.
It is crap. Legitimate spewing horse crap. I'm done, okay? I'm done.
Well, I'm proud of you, Jimmy.
This means that Kevin Owens has been fired, he's actually been fired or quit 3 times since 2018.
I feel like the whole kicker with SummerSlam with Jimmy's pick was like they can't fire Kevin Owens.
No,
what winds up happening, what's so much worse, and what gives Jimmy just all the power here and gives me nothing, is that they canned his ass anyway. So at this point, I'm in full agreement with Jimmy. Why not just can his ass at SummerSlam? At least he would have lost. This time he didn't even do anything wrong.
To be fair,
he canned his ass. This is how we know they listen to this podcast. Because I swear Vince is probably like, we're going to screw Jimmy over. And then canned his ass in SmackDown anyway.
That makes sense then because Jimmy has been claiming for Rusev to get a push for a while. And then Rusev finally gets the WWE Championship. Yeah. And this is
what was it, US, right?
No, WWE Championship.
When? What
WWE?
WWE?
2018 against AJ Styles.
Oh, right,
yeah,
the shot. He didn't win. He got a shot. Right.
And then Jimmy's just like... And then this is Vince again. Here you go, Jimmy.
Didn't he win the U.S. title and then lose it on the pre-show to Shinsuke Nakamura?
Yes.
Poor Rusev.
Vince McMahon has it out for you, Jimmy.
I think so.
He probably does.
I think so.
I think Vince likes me because
I think
you Neidhart in the story so many times. I'm like...
That Martha shit is funny.
You know what it is? I've probably criticized Vince McMahon so many times that that's actually a possibility.
He probably is a researcher just going on like, find these smarks in this stupid podcast.
No, so we just looked at our analytics and there's like a little small section of people in Spain apparently. I guarantee you he's tied a small.
Gracias amigos.
I really thought you were about
I know
to say,
your game. I know where you are.
Can you check it by state? Is there that one person in Connecticut?
It's Stanford, one guy.
And then it's
a
I
75-year-old man.
states. I can check cities though.
Vince McMahon's just like that Vince McMahon versus Vince McMahon shit. That's some good shit.
My God.
But Yeah.
There's a lot of unknowns,
So
I don't know.
I think Kevin Owens versus Adam Cole would be fantastic.
Baby.
Kevin Owens versus Velveteen Dream would be amazing.
Everything.
What's
with
the
Kevin Owens.
possibility of him joining the Undisputed Era, though?
I feel like he'd maintain his face. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
not
but
sure.
if it's in the common goal of like fucking over Shane McMahon, just because like, oh, we're clearly the better show and we're clearly a great stable, we can just go over to SmackDown. And fuck them up.
Stables
yeah, but
more
I
than
feel like
four never
Owens,
last.
and I also feel like Owens wouldn't take a back seat to Cole.
Yeah.
Like he'd probably have to have his own thing. Maybe he'll create a stable with Matt Riddle.
I don't know, because I'm thinking about it. Stables with more than 4 people usually never go well. Case in point, NWO, Nexus.
Well, it didn't go well until way later down the line, like way later.
Until Cena
98.
no soul to DDT.
That too. Yeah, it's just, historically 3 to 4 people in a stable has done very well.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say Owens is going to join this. He might combat it.
I think
maybe.
combating it would be better, especially with DIY. And
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Or we get a tag team of Kevin Owens and Killian Dane, and they just murder
Jesus!
everyone. I want murder. I want blood and guts.
That would be something.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of who Kevin Owens' first opponent would be.
It's got to be Adam Cole.
Actually, can I have Johnny Gargano after he's done with Shane Thorne? I want him to murder Johnny.
What? No, I don't want that.
I do. I want complete, utter murder.
Yeah, but why does it have to be at the expense of like the best wrestler in the company?
Because Johnny Gargano sells murder like no tomorrow.
That's true. He does. I will give you that. He
I
does
want
sell
Johnny
murder.
Gargano to sell a pop-up powerbomb onto the apron.
Oh my God! It's his spine. Johnny, how did you do that? I didn't.
Yeah, I think Kevin Owens would be good. Any other cherry picking from Triple H to NXT, you think?
Baron Corbin.
Wait,
No!
wait, from the main roster to NXT?
Yes.
Apollo Crews. I've been saying that.
Yeah,
forever.
probably Apollo
You
Crews.
gotta
That's
get
a good.
Apollo Crews.
Aleister Black.
No, he just came
Uh,
up. They're not going to put him back down.
I need them
Well,
to
is
get
it really
rid of
down now? That's the
All
other
right,
thing
well,
I want to.
right, quote unquote. It's not really down, but they just brought him off. They're probably not going to put him back on.
What
Well,
about the Ascension?
Sure.
Are they even there?
Yeah,
That's-
sure.
They're still there.
Are they? Will people care if they're back at NXT?
The NXT love them.
I know, because they were good, but now they're garbage. So is NXT just going to like revert back to when they were
well,
good
look at
again?
Brizongo and Tyson Kidd.
But they were never as much of hot garbage as the Ascension is.
The Ascension was hot garbage because of hot mess booking.
Yeah, but
They were in face paint.
I know, but it wasn't all booking. They themselves aren't
Did
very
you
good
see
either.
what they looked like back in NXT?
Sure, it's a mix. I think.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, yes. Okay, the Ascension is still on the list. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, they're
I
still
wanted to
part of the
make
roster.
sure because I was not 100% sure.
Any women go back to NXT? You think?
I think Evans, honestly.
Asuka.
Asuka for
Asuka would be.
Asuka
Lacey
versus
Yuki.
Shayna.
Lacey's doing all right. I think on the main
Asuka
roster.
versus Shayna.
Asuka, you bring back.
All right, so I don't know what's going on with this whole Shayna Baszler thing, but I don't know who her number 1 contender is, because I thought it was Rhea Ripley, and it's not Rhea Ripley, because it's a fatal 4-way on the first live episode.
It'll be Io Shirai. It'll come back around.
No, it's Mia versus Candice versus Bianca versus Io.
Right.
Oh, no, not Io.
No, isn't
Low
Io?
Shirai.
Yeah, right.
Low
Low
Shirai.
Shirai.
Did you hear about that, Jim?
No, I didn't. What was that?
So they were filing for trademarks.
Okay.
Bianca Belair, Velveteen Dream, Shayna Baszler,
Low-
Matt Riddle,
Low Shirai.
Low Shirai.
They're just filing for all these different trademarks.
And they put Low Shirai.
So they're either. I'm not sure. There's a few different things I can think of here.
So wait, if Io leaves, she could still keep her name because they fucked up.
Right. Or they're changing her name to Low. I don't know which one's worse. That they're changing the name or they just spelled it wrong.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know where Shayna goes from here. I think she should have just stuck with Rhea Ripley because it would have been fucking boss.
Io needs to win.
What if Io and Candice just beat each other to a pulp on the outside?
They did that already. It
What
was
if they
the
do it
takeover.
again and then Mia Yim gets another shot at Shayna Baszler?
No, not Mia Yim again. I don't want Mia Yim. I don't like Mia Yim.
What about Candice LeRae?
She's amazing, but Io murdered her.
But Candice never tapped.
Well, she went to Night Nightville. I mean, isn't that worse?
No, she never tapped.
But she went to Night Nightland.
Oh my god.
Someone needs to make that into a T-shirt. Go to Night Land.
My God. All right, I think it might be time for predictions.
Are we missing anything?
I don't think so.
I felt like I needed to look something up.
Fuck
but I
you,
forgot.
Martha Hart. There we go.
Jesus.
I felt like I needed to look something up, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, the Ascension is still on the roster.
No.
No, there was
Before
something
that,
else too.
it was before the Lars Sullivan one. I completely forgot. I should have wrote it down, and I did not. I feel like if I go back, I'm gonna.
How much money does Simon Gotch make?
No.
It was something else. It wasn't that.
Is Aiden English still on the roster?
He's
He's
a
a commentator on 2055.
Oh, yeah, right.
Forever How
205
Long.
Live,
Oh,
right.
they're changing up the commentary teams, and it looks like back to two-man boots.
Yeah, might be, what was it, Cole and Graves on SmackDown?
Yeah, and then Raw would be Vic Joseph and Renee Young.
It's not bad.
Vic Joseph.
Vic Joseph has been doing very well, so I've heard.
Okay.
And he used to be House of Hardcore, too.
Oh, all right.
He had, like, because when Jerry the King Lawler got, like, quote-unquote, attacked by The Fiend, that's when Vic Joseph came in. That was, I think, like, his tryout,
Yeah.
basically, for Raw. And it was well-received, and he was pretty good. So
what does that mean for NXT?
what does it mean for Tom Phillips?
NXT has... All right, so NXT...
Yeah.
What does it mean for Tom Phillips?
No, he's just gonna do the.
And Byron.
Well, Byron.
Come on, poor Byron.
Byron's, I think, done.
He gives it his all.
Tom Phillips, on the other hand, he's probably going to do backstage interviews and do the famous split where he makes himself shorter than everyone else, and we can clearly see that he's doing a split.
I feel like they got to just do it now on principle.
I think the only success...
I feel like they need to do a full-length camera of it because we have to know.
If only Chris Jericho was back, because he would just be like, Tom, why are you standing like that?
Not gonna lie, I kind of like the NXT three-man booth. I like it with Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix adds very, very little.
But
I
also love how Nigel constantly refers back to Beth Phoenix. And it's just like, Beth Phoenix, cover your eyes.
Yeah.
You're a married woman. Let me look, Nigel.
Like, Mauro and Nigel will say something, and then Beth will be like, yeah, that hurt him. Great, Beth. Great. And that's not her fault. It's only three people. It's crammed. It's similar to what Renee can do.
Yeah. I think Renee could do better with two men.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, and then just some quick video game news, because I think Joe would enjoy this. Apparently in
Fuck
Gears
Joe.
5, you can be Dave Bautista.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's like a mod. I think because there's like a rumor going around that him and Terry Crews want to be in a live-action Gears of War movie.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Can we Batista bomb like a mutant in there?
Man, if he did it for a long
Did you know there was a whole debate on a power bomb versus a Batista bomb? A Batista bomb is very different. A Batista bomb, you have to sit out. So a sit-out power bomb is automatically dubbed a Batista bomb. It cannot be called a power bomb.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
So you bomb the sit-ups and then you sit on the bomb with Batista. Maybe we should get to
Oh, no,
predictions.
there's one more thing. So guess who's starring in the new Suicide Squad?
Margot Robbie.
Oh
my God.
Also, by the way, we don't know who any of the people's characters, except for one.
Three. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Viola Davis is...
Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Idris Elba is Deadshot now.
I'm
not
Smith
too.
is out. Idris
I'm
Elba
not
is
too.
dead.
thrilled
Can we
about
see
that.
John Cena versus Idris Elba?
Wait, what's John Cena doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and Taika Waititi, who was...
Taika Waititi.
Don't yell at me, all right?
I don't know, but
We're appealing to the other languages that listen to this podcast.
We're appealing to the Turks.
Oh yeah, and
No,
then-
not the Turks. Yeah, we'll bash Enos Cantor. We'll get high in Turkey.
All right, it was Jai Courtney is also Captain Boomerang in that.
Oh, cool.
But I have no idea who John Cena's playing.
Oh, my
All I
God.
know is that
What?
James Gunn is directing it, bringing back Michael Rooker for some god reason.
Michael Rooker, what the?
I don't know who I want John Cena to be. I'm trying to think of a DC villain. That
Can
would be-
Michael Cole commentate it? Vintage Cena. No, get out of here.
No. So after the movie comes out and we clip out all the John Cena scenes, we
Wait.
should definitely make.
Wait, what if
whole scenes in it.
John Cena's Bane?
No, John Cena can't be Bane.
Well, actually,
there's no Batman right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though.
No,
and
Robert-
technically there
Robert
is-
Patterson is Batman.
Pattinson.
Oh yeah, that guy. Bless you.
me.
No, I want John Cena to be Bane. Son of a bitch, Jimmy. Shut up.
Jimmy, watch your mouth over there. God damn it.
Sorry,
You are
every
the
t-
Beth Phoenix of this podcast.
This is a family.
Wow.
This is a family show.
never.
it will never
It's
be
a
a family
demented.
show.
It's a Turkish
How many
family
ti-
show.
How many times that CJ
Ja-
dropped the F-bomb on Martha Hart? I don't know how.
Fuck
So-
you, Martha.
Will you please?
Anyway, let's.
No, John Cena's Bane. I don't know. I think he
There's
should.
a lot of unknowns as well in this.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's interesting.
So wait, if John Cena's Bane, and then The Rock is supposed to be Black Adam, can we get them to be a team up
Oh my God.
in the DC universe?
Injustice Gang.
I
What?
can't think of any other person.
Can
then.
we get to the predictions, please?
All right, let's go to a quick commercial. Hit the CM Punk button.
I don't have the CM Punk.
You're
button
a
on
piece of shit, Jimmy. All right, play our stupid music. Jimmy had a lot of technical difficulties with that. And we're back.
It's been a while since I've used the program. God, sue me.
No, you don't have any money. All right, so we're going to get into the Clash of Champions card. They're testing me to see if I can get this.
No
So-
fucking way. You
Singles
get this.
match, we have Roman Reigns taking on Eric Rowan or Rowan? What's his-
It's
Well,
Eric,
which one is it, CJ?
We're going to throw Eric Rowan.
It's Eric Rowan, ERICK.
Okay, that's all I said. Eric Rowan. So Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Cruiserweight Championship is going to be in a triple threat match between Humberto Carrillo or Carrillo, whatever his...
Korea.
Korea.
Hey, we have Spanish fans. Get it right.
Oh, yeah, it's Spain. Humberto Carrillo, Lindsay Dorado, and the Cruiserweight Champion, Drew Gulak.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I could have
Yeah.
sworn you were gonna put a Spanish accent over.
Yeah, I
Drew
would say
Gulak.
Lindsay
I was-
Dorado
I was like-
and Drew Gulak.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that's what you were gonna.
It
do.
went Lindsay Dorado and Drew Gulak.
All right, we also have for the Women's Tag Team Championship, we have Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss defending against Fire and Desire, Sex and Violence, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley defending against Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Yep, we have the Raw Women's Championship. We have Becky Lynch defending against Sasha Banks. Jimmy, that's when you say boss time.
I don't have that drop.
No, that's when you whatever. You
Yeah,
just,
I'm
you
not
just
doing
say-
it.
All
So
right.
it's all right.
Intercontinental Championship match. You have Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn
Well,
defending
maybe.
against The Miz.
Sami Zayn kind of got chokeslammed to hell.
Oh, stop it! You know he's gonna eat some kind of offense by The Miz. That's what he's there for. United States Championship match. We have AJ Styles with the OC defending. Defending against Cedric Alexander. We have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day, Big E, and Xavier Woods defending against the Revival. We have the Raw Tag Team Championships with Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. Burning Hands defending against the
Burning Hands?
Yeah, they're defending against the Revival. Yeah, burn it
What's-
down.
what's
and get
worse,
these
burning
hands.
Hey, you said the Revival. We had a mess up.
Fuck! No! It's Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Actually, you're wrong again. It's Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes!
Fuck.
We got him, Jimmy. We got him.
No, it's because you guys kept throwing it at me.
Yes!
Damn it!
The Revival. He's
Also-
human.
Also, I kind of wanted to throw this out here. What's a worse name? Burning Hands or Graveyard Dogs?
I thought it was Junkyard. Is it Junkyard or Graveyard?
No, it's Graveyard Dogs.
I don't know. Burning Hands is bad.
I don't know. All right. So Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman defending against Robert Roode,
Yes!
and Dolph Ziggler. The single stars, man. I'm like, they're not a tag team.
These damn single stars messing up CJ.
They really are. You have no idea. Where am I? WWE Championship match, Kofi Kingston defending against Randy Orton, and then Universal Championship match, Seth Rollins defending against Braun Strowman.
You almost made it.
I'm so mad.
I love it.
Was that all 11 matches?
That was it. He got them all.
I knew all the matches on the card. I just didn't know.
Sure you did.
Seth fucking Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Robert Roode.
Yeah.
Why are they? I'm not used to this name change. I'm not used to this fucking match. There's no reason. All right, let's get into the first singles. The first, the non-title match. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. Fuck WWE. Commit to a name. I'm gonna... Fuck.
All right, CJ, who do you got?
Eric Rowan.
Wow.
That's a choice.
That is a choice. It's not that dumb because part of me thinks, once Roman wins, the feud's whatever this was is over. But
I still feel like we don't know what this is yet.
I think
true.
Daniel Bryan's going to interfere and cost Roman the match, and then Eric Rowan is
What's
going
the
to win.
possibility of like a pseudo like new form of the Wyatt family coming back?
Slim to none.
slim to none.
Slim to none.
More like
What
none.
if it happens? What happens?
It won't happen because then Luke Harper will show up and Joe will never let us live it down.
And then the Fiend will be dissolved, and I will never let either of you let it.
What if it is the Wyatt family but with the Fiend?
I would be so mad.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
I don't want any of this.
The only time I ever want to see the Wyatt family, and we're close to Bray Wyatt and the Fiend ever again, is as fucking puppets. That is the only time I ever wanted. Like, I want the
What if
hammer.
the only time that they're in the wrestling ring it's the Fiend, but when it's the Firefly Funhouse they get new puppets?
No.
And it's
The only
and
time.
it's every member
Jimmy.
of the Wyatt family.
Of the
Brian
Brian Wyatt family.
The
But
only
imagine that though.
The only time I ever want to see Luke Harper and Eric Rowan anywhere near Bray Wyatt again, and as I want them as the Hammer Boys, and they are two puppets in the
Hammer
Firefly
Boys.
Funhouse.
Oh, boy. I hope Vince is listening because that is gold. All right, Jimmy, who do you have?
And it's going to be Lucas and Eric. Yeah, Eric. That's all I got.
Watch Eric. There's 3 different ways of spelling Eric.
ERIC.
C.
That's 4 ways, okay?
And Lucas.
All right. I'm gonna go with a safe pick and go Roman for winning the match, but I don't know where this goes.
Look, Eric Rowan powerbombed a fan onto Roman Reigns. I think he's going to get a solid mid-card push.
Okay, so this is the problem that I have. None of the storylines, as far as like this goes, make sense to me.
This
right
is
now.
over. There's no story. This is over.
There's no story. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's my I
So
feel
that's
like,
why I think Roman's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm with Jim. We're with Jimmy here. CJ's, I think, is just being optimistic. And it was like, there's a story. There's no story. This is crap.
Hold up now. Don't do that because that's the same thing that I said about Kevin Owens in the last pay-per-view.
All right. Well, I don't even know what that is anymore.
So the problem is that
All right, fine. There is a story.
There's a
There
difference.
shouldn't be a story.
There's a difference. I'm trying to just think of a way to salvage this.
Right, and we're proud of you for doing that.
I know. But, like, I wouldn't be shocked if Eric won because
Daniel Bryan. But then again, part of me thinks that Daniel Bryan will just show up and Roman will just win anyway.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
did it with
That's
Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre
Nah.
a couple pay-per-views ago,
I
where
know.
Drew hit the Claymore, and because of a distraction from Shane, Roman kicked out and beat them both anyway. So I feel like...
But at the same time, Drew McIntyre also distracted Roman Reigns, and then Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns
yeah,
in
but
Saudi.
that's Shane McMahon winning. Shane McMahon always wins. He's the best professional wrestler in the world. He
Then
totally
why didn't he beat Kevin Owens?
Just as a Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, why didn't he beat Kevin Owens?
You know, Shane McMahon is winless against Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
Oh,
But
no,
he's
no, no.
undefeated in fires.
He's undefeated in singles competition against Shane McMahon.
So fucking stupid.
And fired.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was
So
fired
fucking
twice
stupid.
by Shane McMahon, actually. That's nuts.
All right, so
So stupid.
the hard fart nation are taking Roman, Jimmy's taking Roman,
Yes.
and CJ's taking Rowan.
Yeah.
I would agree with CJ if there was a story to be.
I'm also.
It could happen.
I'm
It
al-
can. I would like that. I just don't see it happening with this one in particular.
Yeah.
I don't see
It's not
it.
the worst, though.
Like
Look, all I know
There's
is
a lot of these matches. A lot of these matches can really go either way.
look, all I know is that by the time Saudi Arabia comes around, I'm gonna win the belt.
Oh my God, Saudi! I swear to God. I swear to God.
All right.
Let's get to the next one.
All right, we get the Cruiserweight Championship. Humberto Carrillo, Lince Dorado, and Drew Gulak. Drew has to win.
Truth be told, I know nothing about any of this, so I'm gonna go with Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak has to win.
Just.
I would like to say for our Spanish audience that
Audience?
I would pick Humberto
the
Carrillo.
only good Spanish person you have is Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, can I take that Humberto Carrillo fella?
No, I'm not gonna pick Humberto.
Or that Lines Dorado guy?
The Lance Dorito.
Yeah, can I take some Lance Doritos for the victory?
Normally I would pick Carrillo, but I'm gonna go with Gulak because I want the fucking belt.
We lost all our Spanish fans in
And now we have no.
Yeah,
sorry.
and there were the
sorry,
Spanish fans.
sorry.
Wait, what if we say Alberto Del Rio is the best Spanish wrestler ever?
Oh, now they're gone. There's the last
Now
one.
they're 100%.
Here's the last one.
Or Chavo Guerrero.
Please pick the next one.
No, wait, hold on.
Which
We
Chavo?
forgot to mention this. 205 Live is getting absorbed into NXT.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we finally predicted it. Woo! Ow.
Ow.
That one hurt.
Not again.
Nah, but we
were correct. We knew that was
clamoring
gonna.
this for a while.
Poor 205 Live. They never had a chance.
Nah, but the Cruiserweight Championship's gonna be,
On NXT.
and I think that's the best thing for them.
Come on, Kushida.
Which means they have like.
Come on, cause
Come on, Kushida.
Oh,
How does
man.
Kushida just needs to take this belt off?
nah, Matt Riddle needs to take it.
What?
He's a Cruiserweight. He's totally a
It's not
Cruiserweight.
205.
Killian Dane.
His bro is 205.
Oh,
right.
man. All right, next up on the card, we have the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bliss and Cross versus Fire and Desire, Sex and Violence, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose.
Yeah, Fire and Desire's not winning.
Yeah,
in
no,
any
no
way,
chance.
shape, and
There's
form.
no
on this.
chance.
Bliss and
I
Cross
would,
have to
I
win.
would like it because it'd be interesting.
I like the
but-
dead air before we're all just like, yeah, no, this isn't happening.
Yeah, so it's Bliss and Cross.
Yeah, it's
There's
Bliss
no-
and Cross.
Bliss and Cross.
Bliss
Bliss
and
and
Cross.
Cross. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
What would be a good tag team name for them?
Bliss and Cross.
Okay.
It's kind of a good name in of itself.
Actually,
Cross
really
Bliss.
is.
Bliss
No.
and Cross.
Ah.
It's actually pretty good.
Nah, I was gonna think of it like
Do we need a name?
something.
Why do we need
I know
names?
something interesting, like something like ballistic, but like ballistic or something like that. I don't know.
Ball is
Sack?
No.
Anyway, let's go to the next. one.
Next one, we have the Raw Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman taking on Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Can we just say
This
how
match
stupid
sucks.
this is?
I hate this match so much. You know, there's a lot of good matches on this card, and I'm proud to say this is not one of them.
So am I the only one picking Dolph and Bobby
No.
for this?
No, I'm taking
Okay.
Bobby and
Robert
Robert.
Roode.
Shit.
That just negated what I did.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I
still
did.
said Revival twice.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well, that's
we need to explain why we're picking this.
I don't know. I part of me is picking this, or sorry, me and Joe. Right, Joe's part of this. Keep forgetting. I love you, Joe.
Heart Fart Nation.
Hard Fart Nation.
So wait, who's the heart? Who's the fart? I feel like Joe's the fart.
Come on. Yeah, is that even
Yeah,
a
come on.
question?
Do we need a question on this? Come on.
Just double checking.
I'm picking this number one because I feel like Strowman's going to turn on Rollins. That's like the storyline thought process that I'm going with. Because this whole time, Strowman's been like, Rollins is going to turn on me. Rollins is going to turn on me. Oh, look at that. Joe Strowman did it. Fuck me. I hate this so much. The other part is I just do not want the tag belts being used anymore as a bridge to the Universal Championship. It is so wrong. Do I want it to be Ziggler and Rude necessarily? No, but I'll take it
Apparently,
over
Paul
over
Heyman's
Rollins
really
and
high
Strowman.
on these guys, especially Robert.
I mean,
Roode.
I don't mind them being in the spotlight. I like both of them separately.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's-
and they worked pretty well in the ring. So I can get through it. Like I'm not gonna be happy.
I think
about
if
it, but I
they
can get
created
through
an
it.
actual tag team and like really built around it, it's just as of right now that is not happening.
But I really could say that this could work. It could. Both are very good.
the glorious show-offs.
Why do we need names for everything?
well, I mean, they could. I mean,
Team Glorious.
I mean, in a
Just
like in all seriousness, they could be like the next bar. Like we didn't
They
think
could.
like
They
the
could.
bar, we didn't think they would go anywhere. I thought it was interesting that way that they became a tag
we
team.
need a new bar.
We do need a new bar.
I think it's good for them, but I think there was a lot of other teams that could have went
100% Viking Raiders and
AOP,
the club.
The AOP's dead in the water.
Forget the
unfortunately.
AOP. There is no
Dead in
AOP.
the water,
Kurt
unfortunately.
got a better shot.
Hawkins
We got a-
Seth
And
Seth
Seth Rollins.
Ryder.
Kurt Hawkins and Seth Rollins.
That would be an interesting one.
Okay, so I have a question.
No.
Does this match go? Does this match go on before or after the Universal match?
Before.
Before.
Above. Definitely before. 100%.
There's no
What?
way.
What if it went the other way though?
It won't. There's no chance that's happening. There's no chance. If it did, it would be interesting, I guess, but it's not going to happen. That's going to close the night. Rollins Strowman's going to close the night.
Yeah, has to. What's
Well,
next?
does it? Does it have to close? Does the
Does it
Universal
have
match,
to?
Does the Universal one have to close?
No, but it will.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay.
In all seriousness, the Cruiserweight Championship should close the night.
Yeah, it's going to start the night in the pre-show.
Next up, we got SmackDown.
Well, hang on. So we're all taking Ziggler
Yeah.
and Roode?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all taking
okay.
Ziggler and Roode.
Okay.
Next up on the card, we got SmackDown Tag Team Championships, New Day versus
The
Revival.
one with no build.
I don't know, it has more build.
And there's injuries for like the past 3 weeks.
Well, the thing is, it's been the FTRKO versus the New Day this whole time.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go with the New Day.
Okay.
I think it's just a smart pick. I don't think the Revival's going to get it yet.
All right.
You know,
All right. That's fair.
I feel like it's either Hell in a Cell or the first. No, I think actually I can see it being the first SmackDown. The Revival comes over, and then they are officially part of the SmackDown brand, and then they get the tag titles.
Yeah, I could be. Revival? Are the Revival on Raw?
Yes.
All right.
They're on Raw.
Not
facing-
that it really matters.
Well,
Revival
it won't
could
matter.
definitely-
It won't matter until the official Fox move.
Yeah, there's really no brands right
So
now.
right now they're brandless. It's an amorphous gray blob of one
Yeah.
continuous long wrestling show
The
spanning
Revival needs to go to SmackDown.
6
Where's
hours
the
of one.
Usos?
I don't.
I don't know. Arrested.
I don't know. Where's Cesaro?
Arrested. I don't know. He was in the UK.
Yeah.
Where's Shane? I don't know.
Anyone else taking? I'm going New Day.
It's a tricky one because you could say Revival and the New Day injuries. New Day should probably keep this. I don't think this is the time for the Revival to take this. They got their injuries. They'll probably overcome it. I feel like it would be better just to overcome whatever odds they have and keep the belts for now. It would be wrong to hotshot it so quickly.
Yeah.
It's my thought process.
I already saw what you put.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Revival. on
It's
this one.
not a bad pick at all.
It's
I
not. It's-
thought about
I-
this for a
Jared,
little bit.
you have never said that to Jimmy before.
That's not true. That's not true. There's a few. There's a lot of these matches. Truthfully, probably half the card where you could go one way or the other and not and could be right. And this is definitely one of them. You could definitely say, New Day injuries, Revival win, 100%. You could, and I think that's what Jimmy's doing.
To be fair, I don't know enough to really give a full length discussion on why I picked the Revival. I don't.
They haven't been on TV, the New Day, in 3 weeks. So
I mean, we'll
it's
see what
there's
happens.
been a lot of build.
Let's see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna go with Revival and stick to my guts on this one.
It's really not that bad. It's really not. I actually had the Revive. I had the New Day, crossed it off, took the Revival, and crossed the Revival off and took the New Day. So I am a little split on this.
Yeah. Next up on the card, we got the Intercontinental Championship match: Nakamura versus Miz.
CJ.
Where's the IC belt going for after this Fox deal? Is it going to be on Fox
I think
or
it
is
should
it
stay
going to
on
be on
SmackDown.
Raw? Is it on SmackDown or is it on Raw?
It's on
It's
SmackDown
on
right now.
SmackDown per se right now, even though there's no SmackDown or Raw.
Okay. This one's tough. I'm
gonna go last.
Here's the thing: does WWE want to be a dick, or do they want continuity?
Do you not? That's like asking, what
No,
the fuck is this?
well, you
and you've been
also have
watching
to
it for
look at-
5 years. Come on now.
Well, you also have to look at what they've done on SmackDown for the past month. I think
what
that
have they been doing on SmackDown?
Building up
well,
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hmm.
Here's the thing:
But then who would be his challenger afterwards? I think it depends on what
Ali,
happens.
Ali would be the
Buddy
challenger.
Murphy, Chad Gable.
Well, that's if he wins King of the Ring.
I'm solid. Chad Gable will get a push regardless of the outcome on Monday.
All right, so who we going with here?
I'm gonna go Nakamura.
All right.
I'll go Nakamura.
Because here's the thing: the only way I see the Miz winning the belt is if if WWE wants him to break Chris Jericho's record.
Which they definitely do. I just don't know. If
I mean, yeah, but do they want to do it now, or do they wait until when October starts with Fox and AEW? Like, that's the thing too.
all right. Well, Joe and I are going with The Miz, and the reason we're going with The Miz is because we believe that Nakamura will keep this belt, but Miz will win via DQ. Because basically this past month has just been Nakamura beating the holy hell out of The Miz. The Miz has gotten 0 offense in the past month. 0, which is very suspicious. That there is no chance to me that Nakamura is just going to Kinshasa his ass and move on. Because that's what we've done for the past 5 weeks. What are you teasing? You're not teasing anything. You just Kinshasa-ing him and moving on. Did I use that right?
Yeah, Kinshasa. Yeah,
Kinshasa-ing him? Anyway.
Kneeing him.
Right, kneeing him. So that leaves us with 2 options. One, you have The Miz win, which it has its pros and cons. Its pro is certainly The Miz has been the only one in recent memory to elevate this belt. Let's just straight up say it. It's been crap if it's not on The Miz. So that's number 1. That's the pro. The con is we just did this Nakamura Zayn thing. So if you have The Miz win, you're derailing it completely. So there's the pro and con to that. What I think is better is you have Zayn get involved, cause the DQ, and we continue this, and we kind of let this grow a little bit. We give The Miz a little bit more offense, we make it a little more serious, and we really try to build this up.
What if Zayn gets ejected, and while he's getting ejected, Nakamura hits a low blow, and then Kinshasas? There has to be shenanigans with this match.
There will be shenanigans with this match, 100%.
But then we get The Miz bringing back Maurice to take on Sami Zayn.
Isn't Maurice pregnant?
Yes.
She's pregnant.
You can't hit a pregnant woman. She's just going to get a kendo stick.
Truthfully,
beat the holy hell out of Sami Zayn.
Truthfully, my thought is WWE has kind of booked themselves into one option. You can't have Nakamura just Kinshasa his ass because they've been doing that for over a month. You can't have the Miz win because you just started with Nakamura, or win the belt, rather, because you just had Nakamura and Zayn meet up. So what do? You continue it.
This has been reflected since last year, too, because he was like this with the U.S. title, too. He was just kind of there.
Who, Nakamura, are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see where this goes first. First off, I want to see the Miz do things because this poor guy hasn't done anything as a face. And if he looks good, maybe we'll get somewhere.
He lost to Shane McMahon.
Yeah, we know. But he just beat Andrade on SmackDown in a nice match. So I want to see where the Miz goes. And I want to see Shinsuke keep the belt, and I want to see where that and Zayn goes. And then based on that, maybe Miz takes it at Hell in a Cell. I want to see where it goes. I want this to mature.
You're saying it's going to be the Miz.
I think the Miz is going to win. We think the Miz is going to win the match. This is a tough one to call. For me and Joe, this was the toughest one to call. Especially because everyone and their mother, if you read like articles, is taking Nakamura without even thinking about it. And I think those people don't know WWE very well.
I mean, you don't know WWE.
The people in the article, I'm saying. Nakamura can win, but people are just saying Kinshasa move on, but it's really not that cut and dry.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I can agree with that too. You know, there has to be some kind of like funny finish to go into Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I think this feud should continue. Personally, I think we need to continue this, and if Nakamura wins, it won't.
All right. Next up, United States Championship: AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. I'm taking Cedric.
I agree.
Get the f out of you! Both of you are taking Cedric?
Yeah.
I actually thought about this one.
Wow.
This one I've thought about.
Damn.
For a couple reasons. One, AJ needs to be in the WWE picture.
The title picture.
The Universal title picture.
Okay.
Hands down, there's no way around it. Two, Cedric Alexander is fucking incredible.
He is.
He is
100%.
incredible, and the fact that he's gone from going on a show that didn't guarantee him a contract to then guaranteeing him a contract, being a pretty damn good cruiserweight champion.
Buddy Murphy, Ali, and Cedric are really fantastic stories of getting from the 205 Live to here.
And then progressing from the cruiserweight division 205 Live to being on the main roster.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story that not a lot of people can say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Cedric has earned this opportunity to be a champion. That's all I'm saying.
He's definitely that's
I think
interesting.
he's gotten.
I'm going to add a couple other things. Paul Heyman seems to be very high on it. In
Mhm.
addition to AJ Styles needing to be back in the world title picture, I don't know if it should be against Seth Rollins or whoever's the WWE champion.
I'd move him to SmackDown.
That's
when
what I'm
Fox
thinking.
shows
I
up.
think that would be
Yeah,
a great
I would
thing.
agree.
Whether
that
it's
too.
Kofi or someone else, I would have him be a
personally
part
love
of
to
that.
see the OC versus the New Day as the major money feud on SmackDown.
That would be very good.
You know, it would be nice if the FTRKO would last, but I don't think it will. I do, however, believe that Cedric Alexander, not only is Paul Heyman high on him, they are in Cedric Alexander's hometown.
Charlotte?
Charlotte,
That's his
North
hometown.
Carolina.
I know Charlotte's from
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Charlotte's from
Well, here's
Charlotte.
the thing. It's
God.
either Charlotte gets the belt or Cedric gets the belt.
Porque no los dos.
I
Not
don't
both.
think both is going to get the belt. I think it's
Okay.
going to be Cedric because it'll also free up. There's so many more benefits to having
Someone who
Cedric win than to have AJ retain.
It's very interesting because
And then you can also have Cedric versus Baron Corbin when he wins King of the Ring.
Joe and I are
'Cause that's a
taking
possibility.
Styles.
Not a bad pick.
I really don't think it's not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick.
But it's interesting
it's a safe option too.
to hear you guys talk about that because it's not a bad rationale because I didn't really think much of it, to be completely honest with you. I pretty much just took Styles and kind of moved on. I didn't really put that much thought into this match. I
So
didn't
it's
really,
kind of the reverse thing of like between Nakamura and the Miz that we had versus
right.
it's,
Yeah,
I think it's interesting,
I
too.
didn't think this match needed that much thought. Maybe just like the Miz Nakamura match didn't need much thought. So that's interesting.
I can also see the Viking Raiders coming in too and canceling out the OC too because they're having that little bit of a thing going on.
Yeah, kind of. I guess why not?
And, you know.
All right. So you guys are taking Cedric. We're taking Styles.
Yeah.
All right.
Next match on the card we have Bayley versus Charlotte. Speaking of which, SmackDown Women's Championship. Jared,
Bailey.
Bayley,
Bailey.
Bayley.
Has to be. Has to be Bailey.
I'm not gonna lie. Going into this, I had a back and forth, but then your rationale between Cedric Alexander being in his home city of Charlotte, like really put it over. Like, yeah, you're right. Bailey's.
What do you
Bailey's
think
good
of
rotation.
Charlotte being the natural baby face for this match because it is her hometown?
It's smart. I mean, I think that's partially why they probably had Bailey turn sort of heel.
That's what I was thinking
So
too.
I think it's pretty smart, to be honest. I think it's a good move on their part.
I don't
to do
think
that.
Charlotte's gonna win it though.
No, not a chance. But it's a good move.
It is a good move. I think they would save a win like that for like the first SmackDown of the Fox deal.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see.
expecting a title change on the first SmackDown of for the Fox deal. I just don't know which one.
And we'll see where all these
And we'll know
horsewomen
where everything
go.
goes after
Right.
the next paper. When's the next pay-per-view?
Hell in a Cell.
6th.
The 6th. Is that before or after? I think it's,
It's
before. Isn't
It's
it?
right after.
When's the Fox deal kick in?
October. Fuck, I don't know.
October fuck, huh?
SmackDown.
Why did I feel like it was later in October? No? Or is
Fox debut.
it mid-October. Why did I think that?
When? No, not when. God damn. October 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's Friday. Oh, so this is interesting. And is Hell in a Cell the 6th?
I'm looking.
Yeah.
6th.
Okay. That's
In
interesting.
California.
The first SmackDown
Ooh,
is the go-home show for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, which explains because that'll
It's
be
interesting.
Hell in a Cell could be the reset, and then because the draft is supposed to be afterwards.
Oh, the draft is afterwards.
I believe so.
I
They're
thought
gonna
it was on the first.
No,
Smack.
it's-
It's not on the first SmackDown.
I think it's afterwards.
How can you? Right, you can't do it on the first SmackDown because Hell in a Cell's right after. Probably.
Draft. WWE. But yeah, but I'm taking Bailey.
Yeah, I think we're all going Bailey.
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 Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Following that up, we got Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch defending against Sasha Banks.
This one.
This is a
one's-
tough one.
I think it'd
October
be,
11th in Las Vegas.
What? Oh, the draft. So it is the week after. Okay.
Yeah, second week of. I like how they're doing it in Vegas.
Yeah.
Home of Double or Nothing.
All right, Joe and I are going with Sasha.
Going with Sasha.
Sasha returned. You cannot. For me, this is a bit similar to when Styles faced Ricochet at the one before SummerSlam. I don't remember.
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules, where Styles and the club turned heel. They started that stable, and I was basically saying like, you booked yourself well, and now you need to finish it where Styles wins. And he does, and he did, and it worked. You're in the same exact spot here. Sasha showed up against Natalya. I said, why are we doing this? What is happening? What's the point? This became and matured into Becky. And it's now even further bridged into all 4 of the horsewomen. And I've actually enjoyed it. I think it's been very good. And for Sasha to return, look this strong, you're going to derail everything. Everything if she loses this match. Because there's not going to be interference. It's not like Charlotte's helping Becky. So, and it's not like Bayley's going to screw over Sasha. So it's one-on-one. If Becky, and there's only one way that this can end, and that's with a tap out, one way or the other, or a pass out. I find it very hard to have Sasha tap out to this, the way this is being booked. I find it very, very hard to do this. I find it much easier to have Becky pass out, and that will really start something. Personally, I think Becky's title reign has gotten a touch stale, and I think this is the first real competition that Becky's had. Well, who's she been against? Natalya, Lacey Evans. Is that it since WrestleMania?
Yep.
So this is big. You had Sasha return for a reason. This is pretty big. So we're going with Sasha.
Jim?
I actually agree. I agree, and also the fact that we're also predicting Bayley to win will have 2 of the top champions being heels.
Yeah, you can't split both those matches up. You got to have either a Bayley Sasha or a Charlotte Becky. You can't split that.
Yeah,
I don't think.
No. So, and then we'll go in great into Survivor Series when it'll be, I think, a tag team match between Sasha and Bayley versus Charlotte and Becky.
And we could mature the one on Raw, which was phenomenal, by the way, watching the 4 of those women go at it. Boy, do they work well together.
And I think that's what's going to happen. I really do believe that that's what's going to happen.
All right, CJ, it's your girl.
Well, here's the thing.
We got him. We got him.
His emotions. Are you going with your
Hold
head,
on,
your heart, or both?
Before you give your thing, I did say, when Sasha debuted, I wasn't 100% sure that she would win. I just knew that this was going to be a good feud going forward.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually decently okay with her winning.
Because I really appreciate the build here, personally. I really do think they got this one right with Sasha so far.
Okay, now you can go, CJ. Didn't want to cut you off.
No, I just know with Survivor Series, it's always been champion versus champion.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Becky Lynch versus Bayley because we have not seen that since NXT.
We didn't?
No, they
didn't
No.
face on something recently?
No. They've never faced off except for a couple episodes of NXT, not even a takeover. The only time we've seen Sasha Becky has been takeover. I think they did.
They did the stupid the 3 women team too. That was the only other thing.
We don't count that.
But they never had what was it? The
Becky and Sasha haven't faced since 2015.
Pretty much Charlotte's faced them all on the main roster, and then once you take Charlotte out of the picture,
what about WrestleMania?
They never. Oh, that's a triple threat.
There's a triple threat.
I'm talking
that was
singles match.
32.
32.
Yeah.
I'm talking singles match.
But yeah, singles match was the last time was when
2015.
Yeah, when Sasha retained to beat Becky for the title.
Okay. Gotta ride with your girl.
I do gotta ride with my girl.
Gotta ride with your girl. You
but the
talk
thing
her
is,
up. Talk a big game.
It's either I ride with my girl,
or you die with your girl, or you ride off the cliff with your girl,
or no one wins. Because I can also see a double count out.
No way. No way. This will have an end. This match has to.
But they did that with Kofi Randy.
Yeah, the difference between Kofi
they
and
did
Randy
that with
is that was a
Shinsuke
10-year-long
AJ.
story.
Yeah, that's
They're not
going
to double do it. And if they do, that'd be really dumb.
But
No,
it'll
no,
continue
no.
to Hell in a Cell.
Oh, please, no, I don't want that at all. No, this match has to have an ending. Please. Oh,
Unless, oh, wait a second.
God. Oh, God. His
If
wheels are
Becky
turning.
wins, no, not Becky. If Banks wins, Becky goes back to SmackDown for the Fox deal and feuds with Bayley.
But Bayley could go to. We don't know what's.
No, the thing is, on the Fox poster, Bayley's not on the Fox poster. Becky is. Becky's on the debut graphic that's being presented on Fox currently. Not Bailey right now.
So that would mean Bailey's on Raw, but wouldn't that mean you?
No,
you flip?
Bailey stays on SmackDown.
I got a headache.
And Bailey stays on SmackDown as champion. Becky Lynch moves over to SmackDown and challenges her for the title.
Becky flips to. These freaking brands are giving me a headache. Because it's tough for me to know who's all actually on what.
Well, we won't know
pissing me off.
solidly until October.
I don't really think you can go by brands in this card.
No, because this is moving forward after the draft.
Right, but I don't even know what's flipping and what's not flipping.
Go with your gut, man.
I'm gonna go Becky.
Atta girl.
Because the thing is, I would like to see Sasha win it at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. I think that would be better than her just winning it straight up.
We'll see.
All right, but that's fair.
I gotta go with my
That's fair.
girl. I gotta go with my
That's
girl.
fair.
Gotta go with
That's
your
fair.
girl.
Yeah,
That's
I gotta.
She's your woman.
She is.
Not Seth. Forget Seth Rollins.
Yeah, fuck Seth Rollins. You know.
Speaking of Seth Rollins.
No, we're not going after
Be
Rollins.
nice to Seth Rollins.
Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
Oh.
This one's tough. I think
Oh,
now is
man.
actually, in all seriousness, I think now is actually a decent time
I
for
think
Kofi
now's-
to lose.
I think now's the time.
Wait, Jimmy, question. How many title changes do I have in the card so far?
Let's see.
There's a good
You
amount
have
of changes possible. What? Cedric and I think
Two.
Ziggler. Oh, right, Ziggler and Rude.
Let's see.
I have Ziggler, Rude, Cedric Alexander.
And that's it,
right?
That's it.
All right, that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Is it too many or not enough?
I have 4, and I believe the Hard Fart Nation has 3. As
We
of
have
right now.
Miz, Ziggler, and Rude.
And the Revival.
And
No, we
Banks.
don't have
Oh,
the
no,
Revival.
you're
Sasha
big-
Banks. So
oh,
we have
no, Sasha
we have
Banks. My bad.
3. We have 3.
I have 2.
Ziggler and Rude.
So I can
Miz,
afford
and
one
Banks.
more title change. But I'm going to go with my gut, Kofi Kingston.
Kofi.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think AJ Styles is going to be the one to take it off him.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
No, the New Day feud, I think that'd be fantastic against the OC, and I feel like that's going to be the New Day's implosion.
Wow, really?
I think that could be the catalyst. I think Randy Orton, if Randy Orton was to win, it would be transitional champion.
Yeah, I see. your point.
I agree with that.
I would
agree
see
with
him
that.
as a transitional champion only for Kofi to get it back.
Can Kofi get it back at Hell in the Cell?
I think that's also possible. But I would personally also like to see a 3-on-3.
3-on-3. New Day against FTRKO.
I think that'd be really cool inside the cell.
Yeah,
I think that'd be so cool inside the cell.
I'm honestly hoping that the Revival don't get involved. I really want a one-on-one normal match with a finish.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for that, and maybe because New Day and Revival can kind of cancel each other out, maybe they'll kind of go away. I'm really want a one-on-one. It's really what I want, because I really enjoyed the go-home show where they called back to 10 years. It was just the two of them, regardless of what the finish was, the table, just the two of them alone, which hasn't really happened too much as of late. I really enjoyed that, so I want that to come back. I really want a one, regardless of who wins, because I don't think there's a bad pick here from not just our perspective, from a booking perspective.
Yeah.
I think you could do something with either one.
Yeah, you
I
could
just
go
want a nice match, personally, one-on-one and a definitive winner.
And the great thing is that this is like I think the build-up to this has been very similar to their build-up from 10 years ago, too.
Very
and especially,
eerily similar.
with the leg drop, too. And I feel like this is where the twist ending is going to come
Could
in.
be.
And I think that Randy Orton... In all honesty, I also half expect Randy Orton to take another vacation. I'm not going to lie. I kind of expect that. I'm like, oh, well, he's going to just take another fucking vacation. But I think Kofi needs this to legitimize his reign, and WWE has been doing a very good job of making Kofi a strong champion. Out of all of the people that have won in that WrestleMania season, and I'm going to throw it to Becky, Seth, Kofi, and I'm going to throw Bailey in there. Kofi has been built the strongest, and I don't think he should lose to Randy. I think he should go back to AJ.
I think...
I actually agree. Not to cut you off, Jared, but
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Or Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just takes out the whole New Day.
You get the great Kofi moment of him beating the
Or-
one guy who screwed him over, and then it gets taken away by Roman
I would
Reigns.
like to see it.
Classic WWE.
Kofi and AJ, the OC is running roughshod and stuff, and then Roman Reigns gets built back up to the title picture, and then it's Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
That would be
That
sick.
would be
I
something
would.
because
I
they
would
had that
enjoy
match at Extreme Rules the first year Styles came up, and it was
Exactly.
outstanding.
And I think Roman Reigns would be much more well received,
very much.
especially because it's
Yes.
Florida. That's where he's from. He's from Pensacola, Florida.
And you don't really need to.
And also, he survived cancer, so there's
No,
Yeah,
and I
you
think
could do
like
that,
he's
you
been
know.
staying away for the title picture for so long. I think people are okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Roman Reigns
He can't win the Rumble.
No, he
Oh,
can't
no,
win the
he
Rumble.
can't win the
No, he
Rumble.
can't win the Rumble.
You know, it's actually funny. He hasn't really been part of any title picture at all, and I kind of miss it just a little bit. I do.
Yeah, I know, I agree.
kind of do. Joe's
think the
probably
way- I think
laughing
the
his
way-
ass off
I
Fuck
think
you,
the
Joe.
way that he came back and how he's been booked since then was good.
because you're
And I
making
actually-
you're making people miss him. Truly,
Exactly.
I
he's
do
been
miss
in just
Roman Reigns.
non-title matches, and I kind of am ready for him to get into a picture.
Yeah.
I would be fine with it. No, he can't win a Rumble. But
He can't win the Rumble, otherwise it would just ruin everything.
Can't win a Rumble. Don't win the Rumble. But beyond that, I would enjoy that. As far as this match goes, we're taking Randy.
That's fine.
It's certainly a tough one. I think you have to look at a few things. Number one, and by the way, I sincerely pray to every god on this earth that this match has a finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one smudge,
That's my worry. Because I feel like this needs to end at Hell in a Cell. I think it deserves to end at Hell in a Cell. And to do that, it needs to progress. Now, it can't progress if Kofi wins clean. It'll end. So there's two ways it can progress. The right way and the wrong way. The right way, Orton wins, we move on, Kofi chases, Hell in a Cell. The wrong way is another non-finish.
That's what I'm worried about.
And who will win that non-finish? Beats the hell out of me. It's not going to be a double count out. Will Kofi snap and get DQ'd? Orton snap? Something? That, I don't know. But just not even from a prediction standpoint, please don't have a non-finish. We already pissed a lot of people off at SummerSlam, but we gave you a pass because we wanted to continue the feud. It's been a good feud. Make sure something happens tonight. That's number one. Number two, I find it so cool and interesting that they do the 10-year callback with the table, only with Kofi with the belt now. I find that so fascinating. And you could spin that now in two ways. CJ's way, it switches as in now Kofi wins, or it's a switch as in Kofi has the belt now. And that
Randy never had the
switches.
belt though during the Kofi feud.
Right, but in Kofi
well,
has
Randy
the belt,
lost the
and
belt
that switches.
before the Kofi feud happened
Right.
that time. That I do remember.
But I remember we called this too because when they announced MSG, we're like Kofi has to put him through the table.
Right.
You know.
But I was curious to see if they had Orton put him because Orton's got pretty much most of the offense in this whole feud, and now you have Kofi do that. It's so interesting. I wonder what I think is going to would be a really good storyline is if Kofi's anger really gets the better of him here because Orton's calculated. That's his whole demeanor. That's his whole thing. Orton's calculated, and I wonder if Kofi's
Do you think
gonna
Orton
get
can
the
win
better.
by DQ? By just like spitting
that's
at
another
Kofi's
not.
face.
I mean,
It
I
could.
Think I think the idea is to have a finish to the match. That's the
I,
idea.
I'm hoping for a finish. Could Orton peer at the family again and Kofi brings out a chair and they say Hell in a Cell? Maybe. I'd still be right. It would still be Orton. It could happen. I hope it doesn't. I'm really hoping we get some anger. We get the better of him. We get an RKO and we get Orton lifting up Kofi. Don't pin him yet. Lift him up. Say stupid and hit him again. And that is how we end his reign. And that is how we get Kofi chasing right into Hell in a Cell. Where we'll see. Maybe he gets it back. Maybe he inserts someone else. We don't know. But I think that would really be something else. There's very few people that can really take it from Kofi at this point until we mix up brands, like CJ said. So with what we have here, and like CJ said, they built him up very well. So if they did take it off him now, it wouldn't be that bad because they built him up.
No, I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
we think that Orton's the right move here. It's gonna be good. I'm very excited for this
Look,
match.
all I know is
think it's
that I'm
really
thinking
gonna be
that
good.
if my plan goes well at Survivor Series, we'll get AJ Styles versus The Fiend, and that'll be
Wow,
exciting.
That's okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just thinking brand warfare. I'm like, Ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, Kingston Orton. I'm very, very excited.
All right.
I'm very excited.
Unlike this match, Seth Rollins versus Braun
Jimmy,
Strowman.
you went Kofi, right? Is that who?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, Kofi. Just because I think I like the way that you laid out the story of it, because of yeah, I want to see that.
Right.
But I think it's time that
Kofi banishes the demons or the
yeah,
Viper.
we kind of get rid of the at this point, have him finish the Viper off, have the story kind of end in that way. I get why you want to continue it because it's good.
If Hell in a Cell wasn't the next one, I may think differently.
Okay.
I just feel like this feud deserves a cell.
I think Hell in a Cell.
It deserves a stipulation because these guys hate each other so much that it deserves a stipulation.
That's the only problem I'm thinking of is that Hell in a Cell is right after the Fox deal. I feel like somewhere along.
Yeah, I feel like something's happening on Fox. Plus, I also have already 4 title changes, and I can't really do any more.
Right. This would be, what is this, 4 for me now?
This is 4 for you.
Ziggler, Rude, Miz. Yeah, Ziggler, Rude, Miz, Sasha, or right. So I have 4. I'm good with 4.
I still have 2. I don't think.
I don't think it's. Oh no, yeah, it's a
that's a champion.
Hold on. I'm.
Jeez, take it easy.
No.
Who took the revival? Jimmy took the revival.
Yeah, it's still 2. Yep, you're good.
It's still 2.
I'm gonna stick with 2. I don't think there's gonna be too many title changes.
What are your 2? What are your 2 again?
Cedric Alexander.
Oh, right, and Ziggler, Rude.
And Ziggler, Rude.
Okay.
I honestly, I don't think there's gonna be too many title changes until the draft, or leading until Hell in a Cell. I feel like that's where the majority of the title changes are gonna be, and then that's gonna change everything. Or we could also get AJ Styles versus Randy Orton after Hell in a Cell because
Hey, they were great at Mania.
Exactly, and we have the OC versus the FTRKO. I think that'd be a really good faction warfare.
Yeah, like I said, there's no bad way to do this.
No, there's not.
You could. The only bad way is if you just get a double count out, double DQ.
Like last
For
time.
the love of God, don't do that. If you want a DQ, then Kofi.
Your title is stupid, Jimmy. Stupid.
If you want a DQ, then Kofi better beat the piss out of him with a chair or a stick.
Jared, before we get into the last match, I want you to guess what Jimmy wants to name the title of this episode.
I'm trying to read it. Can't see it.
Just guess. Just guess.
Jimmy,
turn it away. Jimmy, turn it away.
I don't know. I have no guess. I can't guess.
Knowing Jimmy, what do you think he'd be, given how petty he is?
Something about Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon.
You're so close.
Jimmy was right about Owens all along.
I am right about Owens all along.
That's the name of the podcast.
I am right about Owens all along.
You should just keep it short. Just call it Jimmy's Reckoning.
Jimmy's Reckoning.
That's a name.
That's not how you spell it, I don't think, but I'll fix it
Not
later.
Jimmy was Reckoning. All right.
Well, I spelled it wrong anyway.
Seth versus Braun.
Fuck.
Seth.
It has to be Seth.
It has to be Seth, or you have something else happen, which we'll get
No
to.
finish, which...
Because
no
of
finish
the...
would be
Bray Wyatt.
stupid.
Right.
No, because if we get a...
All right, first off, Seth Rollins has to win. Let's get that out of the way. We're all
Yes.
taking Seth. Now
Okay.
let's talk about what else maybe could happen.
Bray Wyatt could interfere, and then it could be a triple threat in Hell in a Cell, which
Correct.
no one wants, because then...
I don't feel like
would it
he
be that
interfere.
bad?
I don't feel like he would interfere. I feel like once the match ends, that's when we get the Fiend, and then everyone would be cheering because that would actually be good.
I think the thing is, though, if the Fiend interferes...
I think either way, it's
and it's
fine,
a triple...
really.
If it's a triple threat at Hell in a Cell, that means the Fiend would have... What do? Do you have Rollins and the Fiend team up against Braun to take him
No,
out?
the Fiend won't align with
Do you
anyone.
have Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins team up against the Fiend?
Possibly.
Possibly. But you also have to think, between at the end of this pay-per-view going into the next one, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a match where it's going to be singles between all 3 of these people? That's
know.
another thing I have to think. And and if it does happen, it does ruin the mysticism of the Fiend. That's
That's
point.
why I'm not that happy about the Fiend being in this title picture so soon. I wish he would just do other things because what he's doing is bigger than a title right now, and I feel like they're rushing it. I really hope that they don't go through with it.
Well, that's why I'm thinking, that's why he's not going to interfere. He's just going to attack Seth afterwards because it doesn't necessarily need to be.
Is it
about Seth
officially?
It's about Seth Rollins.
I have a question.
being
Is it officially concerned?
It's Bray saying, "See you in hell. I'll be there," to take on something involving.
But the
Rollins
match
and
hasn't
Strowman.
officially been announced.
No. I don't believe so.
I'm waiting to see that because what if Bray goes to? I'm thinking they're throwing all hands on deck for SmackDown. What if they put him to? Or what if they put Seth to SmackDown? What if they do that? You know,
They
after
can't.
drop.
They need someone
Yeah, no,
for Raw.
Seth
They
is
can't.
Raw. Seth is
if
Raw.
Roman's going to be on Fox, and there's no way of getting him back on Raw.
Seth and
because
Braun will be staying on Raw.
Seth needs to stay
And the
on Raw.
Fiend is is an entity, and I don't know if he actually will have a brand.
That would be cool. I think Bray Wyatt should not stay brand specific.
I don't think he will. I feel like he should bounce, but make Bray brand specific. Make the Fiend bounce.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Then we get Firefly Funhouses on Mondays.
Keep
or
those on
Fridays or
Raw
whatever.
and have just the Fiend bounce everywhere.
I
I
think
like that
it's
idea.
really interesting. I can also see the Fiend vacating it, not even someone beating him, but like
I
But
think
then you're hurting the
the
title.
only one I can see beating him is the Demon.
But then, like,
Yeah.
I think that's
the
where it needs to.
Undertaker?
Nah, well,
no,
I
think he's gonna beat the.
Well, he's got to
Undertaker,
retire
and
him.
then
I
that's-
think he's got to retire.
I could see the Demon beating Bray Wyatt at like Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and then it would be the Demon versus someone else at Mania, and then you have the Fiend versus Undertaker at Mania.
Right.
Split them off.
That's
or we
all
have
good.
or we have Finn Balor return, win the Rumble, take on the Fiend at Mania.
That's
The
not a
Demon versus the Fiend, I feel like is money.
Oh, it absolutely is money.
Are we ready for either one of them to lose, though? is the
Well,
question.
that's the thing. If, let's say, the Fiend loses to the Demon, and that's its first loss at the Rumble,
Or
but
Mania.
the Fiend,
Or Mania.
Well, I'm saying Rumble in this.
Yes.
At the Rumble, and then at Mania,
beats Taker.
beat Taker. Would that help it?
That would be fine.
Right, because even though he got his loss, he just hopefully retired the Undertaker.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, so I would be okay with that. I don't know when Finn's coming back.
Would you be okay with the Fiend retaining all the way up until Mania, having a long title reign, and then the Demon beats him to preserve the Demon and to give the Fiend his first loss?
That's not a bad idea.
I worry
wanna-
about the first loss for the Fiend. I worry about it because then I think to myself, what's next? At least if he loses at the Rumble, you could say to yourself, okay, what's next? The Undertaker. Now he that's huge. That almost supersedes a first loss. He's going to retire the Undertaker. If I knew what came after the Fiend losing at WrestleMania to the Demon,
Do you think it would?
I'd feel better about
Do
it.
you think it would be different if Bray Wyatt was also a wrestler in that same sense? I understand that they're two different characters, but would it help a little bit better?
You mean
But, like,
Sweater
he-
Vest, Roy Rogers?
So you're saying kind of like what Finn Balor does, where you could have Bray wrestle in the Fiend.
Yes, but like it's completely split though. They're two different things. They're not the same. They're not the same thing. It's not like
Right,
Bray
right.
can call out the Fiend. The Fiend just gets out on his own. That's what I mean.
Right.
So would it be better like if the Fiend? Let's say that Bray Wyatt enters the Rumble, and he's in the Royal
Bray
Rumble as
Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
As Bray Wyatt, and then
Okay.
Finn Balor comes out and takes him out. That's technically not a loss for the Fiend, but would that help progress that? That's what I'm kind of getting.
If it's done right, I think it's interesting because there's been nothing that Finn Balor. His whole thing has been he is Finn Balor and he brings out the Demon every so often. This whole thing with Bray Wyatt is him and the Fiend are one and the same. That's pretty much how they've done this. So it would be if they did that, they'd be kind of switching up his character, not totally, but slightly. And if it's done right, I think that could work.
Here's the thing. What if the Fiend loses at Mania against Finn Balor?
Okay, a demon
The
Finn
Demon.
Balor.
But then the thing is, Finn Balor realizes that he cannot win on his own anymore, and it leads to like a heel type of Demon, like a slow progression of like Demon Balor being a more of a constant mainstay. It's like so when he pops up for matches, it's just a demon, but the demon is becoming like an evil entity type
Right.
of thing. You know, I feel like it could be like very dark. Because I think Finn Balor as the extraordinary babyface is terrible.
Well, it's the prop.
Yeah.
Right. The thing is, because the demon shows up so seldom, it's destroyed actual Finn Balor because
Yeah.
WWE's gotten lazy with booking him, and they basically just said he can lose all he wants. When the demon comes out, he's God. So that is awful. So it would. I think definitely a good way to save him would be turn regular Finn heel, just have him be heel because he was very good as a heel in the Indies. Or
I mean, he started one of the best stables in the world, so yeah.
or you have the demon show up more.
I think the demon showing up more as a heel, and I think Balor not wrestling unless he's the Demon would be good. Similar to how Bray Wyatt's
Similar
doing
how
it.
what Bray is doing. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot to go
There's a
on.
lot to
There's
do.
a lot.
I think
The
I
Bray,
don't know.
There's
I
a
think
lot of
there's
ways to go, and I'm sure WWE will think of a way that we haven't thought of.
I'm still in the camp that there is a story to be told between, like, Finn wrestling the fact of, like, the Demon, of, like, can he really do it, and then, like, having, like, that inner, like, wrestling match, I guess you could
what
say
if the
with
Demon comes up at the Rumble and then Finn Balor's like, that wasn't me?
that might that might
No,
be
like
interesting.
I don't even like. I thought I was still like. I could see like him not even bring. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
like-
that's how he can win the Rumble. It's the Demon, and the Demon's doing all the promos, and he's just like Finn Balor couldn't do it. I can do it, and starts splitting that off.
Okay,
you have the potential
okay,
there.
okay, I'm liking that.
You could do that if maybe it overtakes him, kind of like the Fiend, like like the hurt heel.
Yeah.
Maybe the Demon kind of overtakes Finn, and it's just like he just has gotten too strong because Finn knows
Or,
that this is he needs the Demon.
What if the thing is? What if this is the Fiend's? What if the Fiend is going to be the Demon's first loss? What we're not even talking about
Right.
that. What
That's true.
because the Fiend is making so much more money than the Demon right now. What if he is the reason why the Demon loses, and then the Demon starts to become part of the the Firefly Funhouse, becomes a thing of the Fiend and everything. They start like, I don't know.
You'd have to build up Finn Balor a hell of a lot more.
I think
The way they are right now, the Demon actually cannot afford a loss.
yeah.
The Fiend at least has the Undertaker,
Nah, that's
unless the Demon has the Undertaker.
I see the Demon winning the Rumble. I could see him winning at number 30. He comes back.
Well, that would be
All the
something.
lights-
That would be that would be
That
sick.
would be
I would lose
crazy
my mind.
if number 30 it's the
Where's
Demon.
the Rumble this year?
Oh,
Next year, or is it not been
I
announced
think
yet?
it's not Philly, is it?
Boston? I don't know
Royal
why I want to say Boston.
Rumble.
Something's in Boston.
2020. Boston is, I don't know.
Is Boston SummerSlam? I feel like it's Boston something.
Fuck Boston.
Oh, it's in Texas.
That's what I said. Texas.
All right.
So let's go through the rundown of who's got what, Jim.
Okay. Sorry, my laptop. He got into a nice, actual, cool discussion about that. So that's why.
I think the only way this ends though is the Fiend versus, if he has the title, it's Fiend versus. Balor.
I agree that it makes logical sense. I like that.
Yeah, it
And
needs to
and
get to that
if
at some
it's-
point.
And if it's something that's going to draw people to WWE product
Then
in
great.
regards to AEW, then they kind of have to do it.
Right.
Hmm.
All right. So this is not in like card order. I went off of the Wikipedia one. So Charlotte versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We all picked Bayley.
Yep.
Seth versus Braun.
We all picked
Seth and Braun versus Dolph and Robert for the Raw Tag Team Champions. We all picked
Dolph
Ziggler
and
and
Robert.
Rude.
And Robert.
Dolph and Robert.
Bobbert.
Seth versus Braun. We all picked Seth.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston versus Randy for the WWE Championship. Me and CJ picked Kofi. Fart Nation picked
Orton.
So that's one difference.
Yep.
Gulak versus Umberto.
Everyone else.
The rest.
versus the last of the Cruiserweight division, I guess. For the Cruiserweight titles, we all picked Gulak. New Day versus the Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I picked the Revival. You guys picked the New Day.
Especially you didn't go clean sweep with that, Jared.
You know, I thought about it, but I honestly think it's better booking this way.
And same with you, Jimmy. I feel like there has to be a clean sweep.
I prefer it not. I like kind of what they did on TakeOver with the Undisputed Era when they have like a bunch of them lose and then Cole can win anyway because it doesn't have to. I don't think it necessarily has to be connected. I think it's better not being connected.
That's fair.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of agreed with your point that you're kind of making, like around like the once Fox goes to SmackDown, we start seeing the disintegration, the implosion of the New Day, and if this is kind of like the prelude to that, I guess this kind of works out. That's my thinking of it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Nakamura versus The Miz for the IC Championship. Me and CJ picked Nakamura. You guys picked The Miz. Becky Lynch versus Sasha for the Raw Women's Championship. Me and the Heart Nation picked Sasha. CJ picked Becky.
Sticking with your guns.
Roman versus Eric Rowan. Me and the Heart Nation again picked Roman Reigns. You picked, and CJ picked Eric Rowan.
This is the first time I'm on my own for 2 separate ones.
There's a lot of differences.
There's like 5.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think there's going to be a really good pay-per-view because a lot of matches can go either way.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really
like-
does have the making of a really nice card.
Yeah, so like this is actually one of the times where like the card is interesting in who's in the card itself, but like who's winning and losing is interesting and actually would make this pay-per-view
It had-
fun.
Yeah,
It
this
And it hasn't been like that in a very
this
long
really
time.
could be one of the better pay-per-views in recent memory.
And that's,
I really believe
and
that.
that's sad. But hey,
Not necessarily when every title is being defended in an 11-match card.
Yeah.
That could be strong in any sense.
all right. Then we have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Fire and Desire for the Women's Tag Team Championship. We all picked Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, let's move on.
And for the last one, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the U.S. Championship. Me and CJ picked Cedric Alexander. Hardcore Nation picked AJ Styles.
Yep, a
What
lot
was
of
that,
differences.
6 differences?
Well, it's all it's
Yeah,
a
there's
mess.
6 differences. I think I have the most diverse differences again.
We have the Miz though, and
I
Orton.
picked Eric Rowan.
You did pick Eric Rowan.
Most diverse. I didn't say
The most diverse has to be a Rowan.
most diverse doesn't mean far left shoot. It means like almost
Yeah.
more matches are completely different.
Should
from
be
each
good.
other.
This will definitely set the tone though for the next couple. It could be a big
I mean,
lead.
this is going to set the tone going into the Fox deal. And
Yeah.
this is also going to be setting the tone for the first NXT live showing that's going to be next week. So we're
Yeah,
going to be talking
tune
about
in
that
on
too.
Wednesday.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
Oh,
All right.
boy. Ought to be fun.
Until next time.
Until next time, Audio Marks.